It's got me thinking about how, it's got me thinking about why. Why do we even do it? Like, why are we making art? You know? Because if you're slaving away to sell it and you're just like always moving forward with the next hustle, you gotta be like thinking, like, oh, is this what people want? And are you compromising your artistic, like, whatever? And then there's the whole thing with the AI and all that. Ugh. Like, where do you sit on the issue with AI? Do you really think it's like hurting the environment as much as cars, cows, all those? Like, and then, and if you're complaining about it, if you're like upset about it, like, what are you doing about it? Are you getting off the internet and going outside and making little things to pass out and tell people about it and how we're gonna change it into like a solar punk future where everything's like food growing on all the walls and it's just plentiful stuff, art is currency and all that? Like, you just got ideas and the blossoming and the blooming and the tentacles of creation. You know what I mean? Is that what you're doing? Drinking too much coffee? No, my God, I'm not. What is this episode about? I don't know. Is this an episode? Are you having an episode? Maybe. How to sell art to lazy artists. This is what you do. You take a screenshot. If you just want to buy something that already exists of theirs, take a screenshot of it and then put some words on top of it that say, I want this painting. Like you do these 5 things, all right? You do these 5 things. Take a screenshot and then you send a message to them. And in that message, you ask them these 3 things. How much, how big, and how can I get it to me? Like right now. And it's somewhere in there, how do I pay you? Maybe that's the next question, number 6. How do I pay you? PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, whatever, cash in the mail, like whatever. Like, how do I pay you? And then, you got to give them I need it by 2 weeks from now. That motivates them, right? It gets them. You're like, if you want this money, you got to get it in the mail. You could be like, I'll pay for shipping. And then when it gets here, I'll pay you. Or I don't know, something, work out something. And then because you did all that, you could be like, do I get some extra stuff? Can I get like a print and maybe like a collectible card or something like that? Yeah, these things are only available, these cards are only available if you buy a painting. The collector's items. It's like proof that you bought a painting if you bought one of these, But how much is just one of those, Michael? Can I just get, they're $20. The price has gone up. They're double-sided. I include some things and it's just, it's all in there. Anyways, what do you need? What do you need as an artist? Like, how do you do it? Why do you do it? What are you doing with it? It's just like a consumer of it. You're like, oh, I want to get it. So if you make a video about, this is how I do it, and here's my process, and this is what it looks like, and these are the steps to make it happen, and you like do this and this and this, then you're just reaching other artists. But how do you reach people who want to buy art, who need it to sustain their life? You got to give them a reason, either a name of a painting or a backstory behind why you did it, or what it's gonna do to the viewer. They need like a thing to latch onto, and then that's an emotional purchase. You got to get them right away. You got to be like, yeah, this is how much it is. This is how long it's gonna take to get your house. And if you want to commission from somebody, if you want to commission from an artist, most likely you want to commission from that specific artist because they'll do it in their style. And if they're like firmly grasping the commission world, they'll realize that and they'll go, oh, they want it in the way I would do it, And so if you want to commission, do this. I want it this size. I want to pay this much. And, ask about payment plans. Maybe it's like a couple $100. You can be like $100 a month until I get there. That's easier than, or $50 a month, whatever. It's a payment plan. ask them if you could do that. Most likely they will say yes, because now it's just like a commitment, right? And if you need them to like, if you're commissioning them to do something, pay them half now and half when it's done. That's how to get them in. You're like, oh, I gave them money, so now they got supplies and the stuff, and they have no reason and excuse. And most important, give them a deadline, right? Tell them on this day I need it, so I could give it as a gift. So I could, you don't have to give them a reason. Just say on this day I need it by. That means you have to ship it out on the. So you just tell them that. If they already got that down, hell yes, they got. But most artists are just lazy and they're just like, oh, how do I do that? I don't want to make it happen. I don't know that. And the best way to buy art is in person. If you're standing in front of that person and you can give them cash, do that. Keep it local, keep it cash, or do it on the internet. Use PayPal, Venmo, all that stuff. Use all the ways to buy art. But art is like, it's like valuable. It brings you to another new level, another level of awareness. It's like a way to change people's minds about stuff. You can make them feel good. Oh, that's cute. You can make them just like, relax. It's a nice landscape. Look at that. Oh, relaxing. I wish I was there. Something they could stare into for hours and go, what the fuck? Like they're just melting into, oh my gosh. Or it reminds them of something, or it's of their favorite place, or of their favorite band, or of their favorite people. Like it's a connection to people need art in their house to look at. It's very important. They need it in their pocket. They need to take this little buddy with them. They just put it in there. Hey, little buddy. Hi, it was good to see you. We need art. We need it. We need to color everything, put stickers on everything, clutter it up with beautiful ideas. Because we're absorbing the light and regurgitating the light. We're just putting it out there. Is it your idea? Is it your idea? Is it really theft? Are those ideas just floating around and we're all grasping at them? We get to experience pursuing those thoughts and ideas. Or is it like, this one's mine, I'm going to put a copyright on it. Like, you can't do this. I did it. Someone asked me one time to stop painting something because they thought it was their idea. And I was like, really? I've seen this before. And they're like, that's my idea. And I was like, okay, I won't paint it anymore. I'm like, okay, sorry. And they weren't even an artist. They just thought they came up with that idea. I was like, okay, cool. So like, what is ideas? What are ideas? People just plucking them out of there? You're like meditating. Oh, that's a good one right there. Like, what are you doing to get to it? How are you getting to your ideas? Do you go on a run? And you're like, oh, that's a good, that's good. I got to get home so I can do that. Like, how do you get it there? Like, sometimes when you're taking a shower, you get those good ideas. Sometimes when you're just in the flow state, when you're just letting go, you're just like, I'm not really thinking too much, and then there's the idea, and you're like, oh, that's a good one. Got to do it. A lot of times it's practicing doing the thing. It's like getting into that, tuning into the vibe of the thing, the vibrations. Just get in there. You like practice the thing by affirmations, by looking at the thing that you wanted. You're like, it's a specific station. You're just tuning. I'm gonna go. I like sci-fi, and you're like, and you're there doing sci-fi stuff. You start making zines or little cards, and then you just think of more and more ideas, and then you get more, and results. It might be like 1 in 10 at first, then you get like 5 in 10 are really good, and then all of a sudden like 9 in 10 of them are really good. It's because you keep going and you keep, now I get, it's like by doing it, you get more, I came across a reel the other day. They were talking about The Artist Way. Remember that book? The Artist Way. And the morning pages. I was like, I forgot. That's right. Morning pages. That's what I do every day. I get out here and I doodle right away. Get my morning pages. It's a good routine to get into, like, where am I at today? I can gauge if I'm like in the painting, if my hand is steady, if I got ideas I want to work on, if I see a painting that's on the easel and I'm like, oh, I need to get back into that. Like, I have a mental list of all the things, but like those doodles in the morning are like what get me fired up. It's like exercise and And the older I get, the more I realize you need to like fire yourself up just to do anything. You're like, all right, I gotta get in the mood. Ugh, all right, let's go. Shake it off. You gotta get in the mood. But sometimes that moon is so damn bright. Can't sleep at night. All right, go check out my stuff. Make a Zine. Make some cards. Make some coloring books. Make it because you want to share the experience of making art. Like not because it has some deep, meaningful shit. Maybe you got some ideas. Maybe you have a meditation book that people need to read and figure out how to meditate. Maybe you have a breathing technique book. That's fine. But, also make the book that's just silly and fun. Make like something about... Pick a story you were thinking about the other day. Oh, remember when? And make a little short story. Take the names out, change them. Make a little short story about that, and just spit it out into the world. Why not? Or don't do it at all, or just do it for yourself, just because, But like, doing art reminds other people they could do art, and if anything, that's the best result. The more you paint, the more others will paint. The more you draw, the more it will inspire other people to draw, especially if they're crappy, and those crappy ones take guts to post. And you're like, oh, I'm trying, If I see somebody post some art that's like, ooh, they're starting out, I like secretly over here, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, look, that took guts. What do they got to lose? And hopefully they'll get encouragement to like, keep going. There's something in there I could tell. Most people don't even take the time or have the time. Do it while you can. Do it while you're young. Do it, like, keep going. Make a zine. Make a zine. Sorry, am I saying it wrong? Make a zine. It's like a mini magazine. Make a mini book. Okay, you take all of your cards that you make and then just put them in the printer and scan them. And then now you have a book. And then you just make the one slice down the middle. They're ideas I could hand you, and now you could play with them. All right, have a good day, and watch these videos. There are other stuff I did right here. Click, if you just click on the screen. Until next time.